A maid went to her employer and said, "The work is finished now. May I go home?" The employer said, "Yes." Then the maid said to the employer, "Can I ask you something?" The employer said, "Go ahead." The maid said, "Winter is coming. Can you give me some old clothes?" The employer said, "When you come to work tomorrow, I'll take them out and give them to you." The maid said, "Thank you very much." Then the maid left. The next day, the employer took out a jacket and asked her husband, "You don't need this anymore, right?" The husband said, "It's not useful to me, but what are you going to do with it?" The wife said, "Yesterday the maid asked about old clothes. I'll give these to her." The husband said, "Why are you giving them?" The wife said, "Is there a problem?" The husband said, "I'm saying no, just don't give them." After that, the wife quietly put the clothes back in the wardrobe. The next day, when the maid was working, she stopped the employer as she was passing by and said, "Yesterday you mentioned giving old clothes. Have you taken them out?" The employer said, "What clothes?" The maid said, "Yesterday you talked about old clothes." The employer said, "If there aren't any, it's fine." The employer said, "Wait a moment." Then she called her husband, and after a short while, the husband came with 2 bags of clothes and gave them to the maid. The maid took both bags, and when she checked the clothes inside, she said, "These are new clothes. I had asked for old clothes, not new ones." The owner said, "You are our longtime maid, so we consider you like family. You take good care of us and even cook for us." Then the employer said, "What's wrong? Don't you like the clothes?" The maid said, "It's not that. My husband, where he works, also asked his employer for old clothes, but he was fired. They said, 'We haven't hired you to take care of our burdens.' So I was a little worried that I might also lose my job, but I was wrong. You are very kind. Instead of old clothes, you gave me new ones." The employer said, "Don't worry. Not every person is the same. Giving these clothes was our duty." The maid said, "You both are very kind. Okay, let me finish my work first. Then I'll take the clothes home later." The employer said, "All right, no problem." Then the maid took the bags of clothes and went inside. Afterward, the husband said to his wife, "How happy I feel helping the poor. From now on, we will continue to help such needy people." The wife said, "Yes, truly. She is also very happy. All right, you sit. I'll prepare food for you." This kind-hearted employer and his wife truly deserve a like for helping the poor wholeheartedly.